it's going. Hello, my friends, and welcome to a video featuring a shameless, or should I say shameful, promotion of my art. I'm not going to promote it on Facebook. I'm not going to add any YouTube ads. I just thought my viewers might be interested in see what I'm doing today. So I'm about to add about 40 new pieces to my website. But I thought it would be interesting to show you in person or on video the pieces, because just a single flat photo on a website just doesn't really do it. So I thought I could show you the size and the sparkle and different angles of it. Might be interesting. And if you're interested in a piece or two or three, there's no limit. If you are interested and if you email me before I get around to putting it on my website, I will split the cost of shipping with you, no matter where you are in the world. So whether or not you're interested in purchasing anything, I thought it might be fun for you to see the final product of so many of the videos I've done, all varnished and wired, ready to hang. And I also have some fun non-painted items to show you at the end, including this shirt I'm wearing. It's one of my pieces of wearable art. I really am very happy with the quality and the comfort and the everything about every piece I've bought so far. So I will, as always, link that down below. But if you contact me, you can get a much better price than the prices you see on my storefront. So if you're interested, be sure to contact me. I give it to the very best price possible. So without further ado, let me get down to the surface here and show you some paintings. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to start from the smallest and work my way up in size, and then show you some of the embellished pieces and some other things at the very end. So we'll start off with Deep Sea. This is an 8x8 deep canvas, and by going like this, you can really see and appreciate, I hope, the lovely iridescence and shimmer in it. That's quite pretty, and this size is $60. And all of my pieces are wired and ready for hanging. Signed, oops, I didn't sign it. I will. Titled and should be signed. So that's one. Next we have Lively, and this one is signed. I love this one. It's kind of Christmassy looking. And yeah, so we'll go through these kind of fast, the same size, but there you go. Lively. Some very interesting effects in there. Next up is Pink Sensation. Cloud Pour. Pink Sensation. And we got Brain Waves. I was doing a complementary color challenge for myself, blue and orange, of course, and I think it came out quite interesting. Beautiful lines in here because of the polyacrylic mix I'd used, I believe, for that. 8x8 again, Brain Waves. It's kind of a recent one, Sea Bubbles. Having a little fun with silicone. There's some lovely gold in there. Very pretty, I think. Sea Bubbles. And next we've got, well, I named this one Happiness. I have about 3 paintings called Happiness. I had to come up with a name quickly for my show and for my clothing thing. But this is so pretty, this metallic blue in here. I I don't even mind the pink. It's kind of a magenta. Again, deep canvas. 8 by 8 inch. Happiness. Okay, I think that's it for the 8 by 8s. Now we've got moving up to a, and those are all $60 each. This is a 12 by 12. I call it Enigma. That's one of my ring and ribbon pours. I think it was pretty exciting pour. I love the copper in there. And I think the sides look really cool. Enigma, and that is $75. Again, all of my canvases, well, no, I can't say that. I was going to say they're all gallery wrapped, and essentially it is gallery wrapped if it's wrapped around the side, but this one is stapled back, and most of mine are wrapped in like this, which is good. But there's nothing wrong with this either. So, Enigma, $75. Now, let's see, we're going to move up to 14 by 14. No, this is a 16 by 16. Yeah. Ice Cave, 16 by 16. This is a narrow canvas, but it is gallery wrapped. Good quality canvas. Oh, it says right there, 16 by 16. And that is $125. Okay, then we've got, this is an interesting one. I didn't do a video on this. It's called Fermentation. It's also a 16 by 16 on a deep canvas. And when I had it sitting next to my wine pours, it just went so well with them. And I just decided to come up with a name that made it go together. So I call it Fermentation because there's so much going on in it. I think it's pretty fun. So Fermentation is $125. Now, let's see. Let's move on to the wine pours. I have 6 wine pours left. My little tasting room, gold mine, where I was selling a lot of them, closed down. So I just haven't had time to go approach any more wineries, but in the meanwhile, they are available. This one is called Pinot Splash. This is an 8 by 24. It's kind of fun. It's got some metallic red in there. I don't know if you can see, but it's quite pretty in person. Pinot Splash. And I've got Chardonnay. I think this one is really lovely. It's got yellows and golds and warm tones in there, and just the right amount of bubbling. Selling. That's Chardonnay. And these are all $80, did I say? So all the wine pours, $80 each. Rosé. This is my first rosé, and I was thinking cool, so I wanted to add a little silver to it, and I'm not sure. I don't dislike it. It looks better in person, and I really like some of the effects here. That really looks like a splash to me. But that is one of the rosés. And I decided to add some gold to it, and I think I kind of prefer the look of this one. So this is Rosé 2. Thick canvas. Deep, rather. And Rosé 3. Kind of a combination of the two. This is a very pretty color right there. Kind of metallic pink, if you will. I like the composition of this one. Now this one's on a narrow canvas, but it is a nice gallery wrapped. And one more. What would a wine series be without champagne? So this is my champagne pour. I think it came out pretty good. It's got all different kinds of gold in it. Looks very bubbly. Okay, so those are all 80. Now, let us move to 18 by 18. This one, I don't think I did a video on. I call it Space Ripples. Oh, I think I have to zoom out a little bit. We're getting bigger, too big here for the... There we go. Space Ripples. I think it's quite pretty. It was probably a Dutch pour that I didn't care for the composition, so I kept blowing it out, and I really like it now. Some lovely fabric-looking ripples in there. A deep canvas. And this is 145. I won't bother showing you the back on all of it. Oh, no, this one is stapled. Maybe I will show you the back so you can see. That's Space Ripples 145. Now, you may remember, you may have seen my Iris series. I have 3 irises for sale. This one is called, what is it called? Pink Passion. And I, as you know, I'm not a fan of pink, but I think this one is just gorgeous. I'm not opposed to it. I like the composition and the colors, and along with the warm yellow, orange there. Hints of green. I think it's quite lovely. And that also is 145. And I've got its companion piece. It could be a companion piece. I think this was the first of my iris pours. I call this one Teal Fantasy. And there actually is an iris with these colors. If you look it up, you can find it. It's pretty amazing. That was the inspiration, I think, the first piece I did, and I felt I was onto something, so I did quite a few iris-inspired pours. And those two together, this one and the pink one I just showed you side by side, are really lovely. 145. Then I may or may not have done this one on video. I don't recall. It's called Drama Queen because it's just so bold. And I think I did, well, I don't know that I showed the pour, but I did show how I fixed the, I do remember doing a video where I painted over these white cells that the Artist Loft had created. And then I added a few little water drops on there. I don't know if you can see them. They're very subtle because I used water-soluble oil paint, and it did not like my varnish, so it kind of came up when I did that. So that was too bad, but there's still a couple there that kind of show. So I think it's quite pretty. It's called Drama Queen. Okay. Oh, I have, what's that? That's Space Rebels. Okay, I'm going to pause here and go get some more. Okay, I got one more 18 by 18 to show you. It's called Diffraction. And it's on a nice deep canvas. Some really beautiful areas. I love this deep, deep blue in there. I think it was Payne's Gray and Phthalo Blue. Some teal happening there, and oh, I think it's quite pretty. So that's 145 Diffraction. Okay, now we're moving up to a 12 by 24 inch. I only have one to show you right now. It's called Peacock Panache, and I hang it this way in the vertical orientation, but I'll lay it down this way so you can see the whole thing. You may have seen this video, and just reminding me of peacock colors, and some of the greens in here are metallic, and it came out pretty nice. That's 145. And I've got a couple of rounds. Now, I haven't painted on rounds in a while. It's really fun. I love painting on the round surface, but it's hard to get a nice, neat back with them because, well, depending on the pour you do. Let me show you. You know, it's a little messier than I like to have, but it is what it is. I guess I could tape it, but it would be a pain to tape around, so I don't bother. Anyway, this one is called Abundance. And this was a fun one. I closed my eyes and randomly picked the colors and came up with this. It's $80. Another one. I thought I'd try the kind of the iris pour technique on a round. It's a bit of a fail in that regard, but I think it's still pretty. And that one's called Happiness. That's one of the Happiness. $80. I may do some more rounds. I may have to get some just because there's so much fun to pour on. But for the most part, I'm trying to just do gallery wrapped, you know, the more quality canvases. Let's see what's next. I've got a 16 by 20 called Sea Witch. Where is it? I know I'm looking right at it, but I don't see it. I'm sure I brought it in here. I'll have to come back to that on the next round. Oh, there it is. You may recall this one, Sea Witch. Ended up with a sweet little profile there. And very unusual colors here. I think that's quite pretty. Very happy with the composition on this one, and the selling doesn't bother me at all. This one's $145. It's a narrow but nice gallery wrapped canvas. Sea Witch. Okay, and then we've got a couple of 20 by 20s. Got a pink one. I call this Synergy. I'm gonna have to zoom out. Even more. So you can see the whole thing. Synergy. Almost all of these have at least some metallic in them, and you almost have to see it in person to really appreciate it, but that's that one, a 20 by 20 $165. And I've got this very colorful one, a split color base. Let's see, it goes this way. I call it Flutterby. And it features the wonderful Payne's gray and some silver, magenta. Yeah, I think it's quite pretty. Flutterby, $165. And I've got a big one. This one, I'm going to have to zoom out. This one is called I'm Too Sexy, because it truly reminds me of lingerie. The lacy, the colors and the lacy look. And that's a 24 by 24. I don't know. There we go. I think it's all in there. 24 by 24. Lots of metallics in there. And that is $195. Okay. Now, it's time to move on to some embellishments. Let's see, we'll start off with this little thing here. This was just a, and now I can zoom back in. This is just an experiment I did. I did do a video on this on how to do these little impressionistic roses. And I think it's really sweet. It's just an inexpensive value pack canvas. But I just felt there was potential, and I'm very pleased with the results. However, the back is just a mess. I hate to even waste my time on something I forgot to tape. That's so messy, but I still think it's cute, and it's only $70, and I would throw in a little clear easel. I mean, it could be hung up on this balance thing, or you could have it sit up like that on a clear little easel. That's $70. And it's called Summer Roses. So this, in no particular order, I'm just going to show you in the order I have them handy. This one is called Butterfly River. And I wasn't planning to embellish this one, but as it was drying, a gnat flew in here and crawled across, and so I had to disguise that area, so I added this butterfly, and it actually brings it up to another small level of appreciation, I think. I love the teal here, the turquoise rather, with the copper. I think it's very, very pretty. I have some clothing made from this pattern, and I think it's very pretty. So that's that. It's on a deep canvas. And that is $165. And again, they're all wired and ready for hanging. And I will show you the big one, the flamenco dancer. I think I named this one Fiesta. And I'm gonna zoom out for her. There you go. What size is this? Must be a 20 by 24. Yeah, 20 by 24. And she was a lot of work, you can imagine. I really like the little fringe area of her dress there, and she's quite a statement piece, I think. She's $2.95. Fiesta. Okay. And see. Got this one called Oops, where the wine glass has tipped over and spilling wine. It's kind of a fun one. The pour was kind of a dud, but I think that's why I decided to add that for interest, and I think it's a really fun piece now. This one is $175. And we've got, what do I call this one? Sunrise Rose. I hope you can see and appreciate this one. Let me hold it like this. It's got this wonderful shimmer. I used the Ultra Metallics, the Colorarte Prism colors. And oh, it's got a beautiful shimmer all over the background. And then I painted this rose and added some water drops to it. Call it Summer Rose. No, Sunrise Rose. That's a 10 by 20 on a gallery wrapped, and that one is, I don't know, $180. $180 for Summer Rose. You may have seen this one. It's called White Iris. It's an 8 by 24 on a deep canvas. It's one of my favorite embellishments. White Iris is $195. Poppy Dance. This one may be on my website already, I'm not sure, but the deal still applies if you're interested. Poppy Dance is $225. And it's 20 by 24, I guess. I did a video on the pour where I swiped the bottom without silicone, and then I added silicone for the top. It's kind of fun video. That is $225. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself. All these names and numbers, I forget what I'm doing. Oh, where is this one? Oh, it's right behind me. This one I did not do a video on, but I love this piece. It's, let me zoom in a little bit. At first I thought the pour was kind of a fail, and so I didn't share the video, but I think it's really fun. It really grew on me, and I really love it. And then I added a bunch of bubbles to it. Whole bunch. I don't know how many are in there. A lot. And I think it's a really fun piece now on this hexagon shaped canvas. A lot of metallics and a lot of dimension and depth to it. It's called Tangled, and I have some clothing in this pattern that I think is a lot of fun. And that is $150. Okay, I think that's it for the pours, the paintings now. I'm going to pause and go get some of the final items I would like to share with you. So I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, we're on the last leg of show and tell here. I have umbrellas. This one is, well, I wish I could open it and show you, but I really can't. Of course, they expand, you know, they're adult size, and at least do this and show you it's really very, very colorful. This one is the Alive pattern. It's very pretty. And this one is Celebration. It's got my name on it even. It's kind of fun. And this one was, I don't remember the name of it. Kind of a iris pour. Those are $25 a piece. Then I got some puzzles. These are $25 a piece. They're 252 pieces. Not a big puzzle, but a very unique item you won't find anywhere else. Comes in a nice box. So I've got that one. We'll call it, I can't remember the name of this painting. It's like, are you looking at me? Or something like that. Anyway, we'll just call it the hair. This is Little Diva, L-I-L, Little Diva. Sayonara. Can't remember what I called this one. I want to say Majestic. And lastly, just a fun one. This is from last year, but it's my most favorite pour that I've done, and here it is. It's the one I'm keeping. The only pour that I'm attached to. It's my most viewed video, and I really like it, and I even have clothing made out of this. So anyway, it's a favorite of mine. It's called Good Vibes, and the puzzles are 25 each. They're not inexpensive to have made, but so I don't make much on them at all, but they're just a fun item. And then we have tote bags. These are from, and here it is. Here's Good Vibes again. These are from my wearable art storefront, and they're nice size. Let's see, they're 17 by 18 about. Good size, sturdy, and it's a nice kind of a thick fabric. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost spongy like. And I sold a lot of them at my month-long gallery sale, and I was selling them for $40 there because I have to pay commission, but on my website they'll be $30. So $30. I have that pattern. I've got this one, which is a lot of fun, and it's called Celebration. And Alive. So right now I've got three patterns. I will have some more. I've ordered one with a squirrel on it, and another couple of patterns. And then I've got 2 shirts that are available. These are samples from my clothing line. This is called, I can't think of what it's called, the name of the shirt. It's kind of a draped neck. It's very lightweight, but this fabric, as I said, just, you could wad it up and it's wrinkle free, but it hangs really nicely. This is a size XL, but I think I will write down the exact measurements in the description box below if you're interested. This one is $50. And this one, a friend of mine ordered, but it wasn't quite the right size for her, so I'm selling it at a discount, but it's so pretty. This is called the Warm Vibes Tunic. Warm Vibes is the title of my painting. It's got wonderful long sleeves and this pretty, what do they call it, ruching maybe? V-neck. It's nice and long. This is a size medium, and again, I will write down the measurements below for you. But it's very pretty, I think. And then I got a couple of scarves. This happens to be the pattern that I'm wearing now, this shirt. The colors are a little different on this chiffon fabric, but it's nice and long. Let me show you how long it is. And these are 35. I have that. I've got one in this Warm Vibes. I've got a couple of these, I think. 2 of these, and I've got one in the Warm Vibes, and then this one is also Warm Vibes, but the color was a little off. But they sent it to me anyway, so this one would be 20 because it's still pretty, but it's not the colors that I imagined, that I expected. So that's that. So there you have it, my friends. Thank you for indulging me looking at all of this. And I hope it was kind of fun for you. It was fun for me to visit paintings that I've done in the past and finally got around to wiring and framing and about to put on my website. So email me at chrissypaints.com if you're interested in anything. And as I said, I will be happy to split the shipping cost with you if you get to me before it goes on my website within a week or so. So, thank you, friends. Signing off for now. Bye-bye.